My name is Charlotte Symes and I'm a director at Family Law and Partnership. I'm a solicitor and a mediator. What makes me different? Well, I used to work in corporate law and then transferred into family law. I've always been interested in people and how relationships work, and so this job allows me to balance that interest with the intellectual demands of the law. My clients often have complex finances, and so I do draw on my corporate background. I also have a degree in French and I've lived and worked in Paris, and my experience with the French legal system and speaking French allows me to support those clients that are either French or have a French aspect to their matter. As a mediator, I aim to create a calm environment for you and your spouse. I'm confident and empathetic, and I'll play an active role in managing the discussions that you have about your futures and that of your children. Mediation as a process option is often underestimated. It can be challenging and overwhelming, particularly if it's the first time that you and your spouse or partner have been in the same room since separation. It can take a couple of sessions to get going, and so don't be disillusioned if you feel after the first session that you haven't made much progress. The reality is you've set the foundations for amicable discussions about your futures and that of your children. People sometimes think that mediation is less rigorous in terms of transparency. That's not true. I would have the same expectations for disclosure whether I was acting as a solicitor or as a mediator. You'll be required to provide financial disclosure with supporting documents in the same way, regardless of the process that you choose. The benefits of mediation are huge. Progress is quicker and therefore cheaper. And I'm often amazed at how much we can achieve in 1 or 2 sessions of mediation compared to months of correspondence between solicitors or waiting for a court hearing. But most importantly, where there are children involved, mediation is a great way to provide a safe space, an amicable space to discuss the new co-parenting relationship. Mediation is not the right process for everyone. For example, where there is domestic abuse, it will not be appropriate. That said, there is now a legal requirement to consider mediation before you can issue a court application. The best way to do this is through a mediation information and assessment meeting with what we call a MIAM. And this is a great way to find out more about the process of mediation, to engage with your mediator, and ultimately decide if it's the right process for you. Mediation is voluntary, and you need to buy into it in order for it to work.